What is going on, everybody? We are back with the Pound Slash Marvel Media Podcast. I'm Depraved.
There we go. You almost left me hanging on Pound. Let's go.
I'm Slash.
Yeah, he's something. We're Pound Slash.
We're super excited. So this is...
Day.
I don't remember exactly what episode number this is, but this is Deadpool and Wolverine review.
Hell yeah, let's go.
And I'm super excited about the Deadpool and Wolverine review because we just watched the movie yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a lot to say. Before that, though, Ralph is Mr. Pound.
Oh, I thought we were about to go to the move.
Do you have any news?
I do, but I was going to wait till the next episode. I was ready to start. I said, huh? We got news? No, we got news. All right. The director of Madam Web 2 says she wants to do a Madam Web 2. Or he wants to do a Madam Web 2.
Yeah, no one else wants to do.
He said, he was like, I really don't know. That's what's heartbreaking experience in the theaters, I'll tell you. But he really wants to do it. And he's actually trying to pitch like certain scripts with ideas to Sony. Sony's like, we'll look into it. You know, it might be a no, but he's trying. Oh, he really wants a Madam Web 2.
I still haven't seen Madam Web, so.
Yeah. Let's see. Fantastic Four started filming.
Good.
Yeah. So, can't wait to get that. I don't really think, is that...
That comes out next year? This time next year?
This year? No,
this time next year.
This time next year? Wow. So, that's pretty something. Comic-Con is on. Marvel has been back at Hall H. They throwing out everything right now. So, can't wait for that.
I will never care about another Marvel Comic-Con again in my life.
Damn. Why?
Never will.
Why?
Because they come out and announce 35 movies and then cancel half of them. I don't care.
Well, because they weren't there last year. I know you don't care, but they weren't there last year. Now this time they're trying to come back and you know what they're going to do.
They were there 2 years ago.
Yep, and then they didn't show up last year.
Kevin Feige was like, "Look at these 65 movies we're working on and shows.
15 TV shows."
And then
now I think that's what's happening. But now that it's filming, they're going to probably talk about certain things. Even though I wish they would talk about the Blade movie, but. That's going through
Wesley Snipes, I told you, there's only ever going to be one Blade.
Even though Deadpool looked at the camera and looked at him like, sure, I guess. Let's see. Kevin Feige says he wants to protecting the cast is his top priority as the MCU films keep getting review bombed. He says, I think social media can often be a toxic place. If anybody has the cure to that, I'd love to be able to utilize it. Basically from She-Hulk, during the She-Hulk and the Marvel situation. How people really didn't I'm just gonna be blunt. They weren't filming both of these two movies or one
I will help Kevin Feige out.
Okay.
He needs to start focusing on more of the single white Christian males, and people will be happy.
I knew you.
That's what people want. They want the single white Christian heroes.
But it is the Marvel MCU. It's the MCU.
I don't fucking know, dude. I can't.
Hey, I remember he brought this shit up to me, and Veronica and all them. I want to find that episode, and I know they're never gonna watch this because, like I said, we're really like nobodies. But it's funny as fuck because he raged so hard. I
have never watched anything in the MCU as a whole that made me feel like I wasn't supposed to be watching it.
Right.
The closest I could say would even come to that is She-Hulk, because She-Hulk is very much the demographic as a female demographic. That's what they were going for, but it's She-Hulk. The comics are for the female demographic. Like, that's been She-Hulk's character for fucking 60 years, or however long she's been around. And even still, I found enjoyment within She-Hulk and understood what they were doing and didn't have a problem with it. Some of the other things were problems, like CGI and shit like that.
Yeah, like the CGI thing and all that. Like, even the script. Like I said, the script's kind of a little bit weak, though, but I didn't really care. But like I said, I guess it wasn't my cup of tea then, I guess. I don't know.
I didn't feel like I was being called out.
Right.
Like everyone else seemed to have felt like.
Yeah, they felt like they were getting like all those bigger YouTubers felt they were getting called out. They even were attacking. Just to go off topic here, Wendy Jackson has revealed that she was also one of the producers from Deadpool 3. Was one of the ones who worked on She-Hulk, and they were coming after her, and because she was one of the writers from She-Hulk as well. And I guess some people didn't realize that. Oh, this was made by a woman who helped produce Deadpool Wolverine, or help it out as well. They because she came from She-Hulk to this, and she was getting attacked by fans that through the She-Hulk debacle. So.
And one of the big problems I have with stuff like this is everyone that's going on and they're talking about DEI and shit like this, and it's just all stupid. But people being like, oh, they're forcing a specific demographic on people to make us accept other cultures and things, and that's been Marvel. That's Marvel.
That's always been Marvel. Even the X-Men. The X-Men has always been that. Like it's always been like diversified and all that.
And the thing that makes me the most mad about it is. Just to give you a prime example, currently, just to give you the history of racism in comics, and I don't mean racism from the people making the comics, I mean racism from the people that read comics.
Right.
How long did it take before Miles was accepted as a new Spider-Man?
Whoa.
And even then, to this day,
they still don't like that.
People still refuse to call him Spider-Man. They're like, that's Miles Morales. No,
that's Spider-Man.
He is Spider-Man.
That's Spider-Man.
Just like Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
Miles Morales. That always irritates me. You ain't lying. I actually hate that. I'm like, wait, that is Spider-Man.
If you're distinguishing a different... Do you need something, baby? Oh. If you're trying to distinguish anything between the difference between the two, at that point you could be like, yeah, Miles Morales Spider-Man, or Miles, or Peter. And
which they are in a way they are different from like themselves.
They're different characters.
Different characters, but with the color, I will never understand why they throw the race. It's like, well, he's not Peter. It's like he's not supposed to be.
No,
he's not supposed to be Peter, man.
And the same thing goes like
with Sam Wilson for that matter too.
How many times has Sam Wilson been shit on as Captain America? Or Riri's been shit on as Ironheart already.
I'm gonna tell you now, you're not gonna. If you saw the Captain America: Brave New World, and if you have that mentality, you're not gonna like this Captain America movie. Then flat out, you're not gonna like it because he even said it. I'll buy him. Like they already, yeah.
So I need for them to just stop with the bullshit. Accept the fact that Marvel's just not always gonna cater to your white sensibilities.
You said a white Christian man. Oh, shit.
I hate people, dude. I fucking hate people.
You said tell you hate people. It's like, it's weird, man. It's like, now moving to a little bit of next news right here. People are mad because of the fact they want Chris Evans to come back. Now on the late of seeing the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and they saw Chris Evans, they're like, maybe he might come back as Steve Rogers, Captain America, and then he came out and said, "I will never come back for this." And people are like, why? Come back, you're Captain America. No, Sam Wilson is Captain America. And that's the whole point of this story. But people don't want. They don't.
You need to go out. You can go out, bub. Okay. People don't need to worry about walking through. I just don't want Soph to walk in and start having conversations.
Yeah, but people get like right now they're like upset, like they're mad, they're like we want more at Chris Evans, and I love Chris Evans. When I saw him in the thing, I love it too. But they really need to just move on and say like no, like Sam Wilson literally is he is Captain America. So we just gotta move on from this. Just like eventually we will probably end up getting that Miles Morales from Spider-Man. We're going to work because eventually that's what we're going to be going to anyway.
Right.
But I did see the Neurotica already, with the trailer breakdown of it already. I've already seen it. It's or the Quarterling. I've seen them.
I have them both blocked on Twitter.
That's fine.
Because I think they're two of the worst human beings in the world.
That's fine. I wouldn't call them I'm not gonna say worst human beings, but they are flawed in their ways. It's just.
I said two of. I didn't say there are the two.
No. There's some worse. There are some worse. I wouldn't say like they're the worst. Yeah, you guys. But no, I wouldn't call it worse. I just think they're the way how they're seeing how we're seeing it are two different ways of seeing it, and that's the problem. Like I understand, like this stuff has some flaws here, and and even like with Captain, like Falcon Winter Soldier, I've always will not like that. When he said a black man can't be Captain America Winter Soldier, maybe that's how I felt. I'm like, bro, like, no, anybody can wear this mask, like, and then as you can see it, anybody can wear this mask. It doesn't have to just be a white male. I like Chris Evans, but
obviously, all of us like Chris Evans.
Like, right.
But he's old and or dead now. As a character, not a person. Or
got his flesh removed. Anyway, I think that. At Comic-Con they're going to showcase some scenes for the Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts. I forgot they were going. I almost forgot they existed. I'm not going to hold you. They're also filming as well too. And
so
Sebastian Stan.
That's one group movie I don't need. I will watch it, but I don't need it. I don't need to see Ghost in the team. I don't care.
But see, it may be like how you didn't care about Agatha Harkness, but you might like it though. You might just see that.
I don't know if I'm gonna like Agatha Harkness yet. The trailer impressed me.
Watch the first two episodes. You're like, damn, this is ass. God damn, let's go. You're gonna be like, this is ass, so this is gonna be great. It's gonna be one or the other here. Heck, man, that's funny. Let's see what else you got.
Hi, people.
Hi.
I got a new shelf. Nice. It's pretty.
I mean, it's pink.
Cool.
Did you pause it for a second?
I can't. They removed my pause button.
They removed the pause button?
Yeah.
So all you can do is edit it.
I can't even edit it out. I don't have an editing tool anymore.
So look at all this. This is all happening.
So you have a lot to put away. I know.
Go ahead. Next piece of news.
All right. We also got Terry Crews. Was supposed to have been in Deadpool Wolverine, but I guess contract issues kind of failed.
What was he going to do in Deadpool Wolverine?
He was going to be the character that he was in Deadpool 2.
I thought he died.
No, remember they did the time thing, and he basically stopped.
No, he didn't. He went back in time, and Peter lived. That was it.
He was the only one that... Because he said there were some things that were talked about but didn't work out, and contracts didn't fall through and whatnot. Basically saying that he didn't get paid a lot. Basically, he didn't get paid a lot of money. He probably wanted more money. That's probably
Disney was probably like, nah.
Like, you weren't worth... it's not the fact that probably, like I said, it's not probably right. Disney could have got him, but they're like, you weren't the main, thing to talk about out of that whole movie. Let's see. Well, Deadpool Wolverine has already outgrossed the entire theatrical run of their last Marvel film, The Marvels, in only 3 days. Which that's fine.
Yep.
That's cool.
We all knew it would.
Right. It made the money. And... Hold up. Trying to make sure.
It's because he's a white guy. We'll keep going.
Because I don't want to...
I say that jokingly on this case. Everybody just loves Deadpool.
Everybody loves Deadpool, that's why. It's not the fact you got... No, it's not the fact there's 2 white people on that one.
Right.
Let's see. Trying to make sure. It's okay. Alright. Also, the dog might be getting a series. I'm just kidding. Oh!
I will throw the book at you. And these are heavy books.
My family did not like that dog. They hated that dog.
The dog was amazing. Leave Dogpool alone.
They didn't like the tongue. The tongue was out. They hated it.
Yeah,
they hated that the tongue was out.
Were they also mad when he was French kissing the dog?
Yeah, he's... Because they were like, is that his real tongue? They thought it was CGI. I said, no, that is the dog's actual real tongue. That's it. I think that might be everything. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's do this. Let's go.
All right. So, Deadpool and Wolverine. Amazing movie. I don't know where to begin.
Where do you want to begin?
I don't even have anything super negative to talk about other than...
I mean, you want to get negative out first before we talk about
I do.
Yeah.
If I had one negative in this entire movie, there is a list of
We talked about this like in the car.
Kind of like cameos, I guess I expected.
You know what? I was gonna about more cameos.
Not
over exaggerated.
Not as expected as in like individual people.
Right.
But like we did get some cameos no one expected,
of course,
which is super dope, and we'll go over those shortly. But like there are some cameos that we were missing. We didn't really get anybody that came back and showed up from either of the two X-Men movies, except for a couple villains. Like Toad was there, Pyro was there.
Yeah, and Juggernaut.
Juggernaut. Sabretooth.
Which I was not expecting Toad to show up. I mean, well, that's the whole point of cameos. I wasn't expecting to see Toad. I was like, Toad? The fuck? Okay.
But we didn't get any of the X-Men to come back. Like, it would have been really cool.
And they said that Patrick Stewart was seen on the scene of the set of Deadpool Wolverine, hinting that maybe he was going to show up, but he never showed up.
Unless he was supposed to be another version of the Charleses that had been she said she had mentioned Charles had gotten killed.
Right.
So there's a chance that might have been, they might have filmed a scene showing Charles's death, and they might have just decided, look, we've already had Charles die once in the MCU.
But that would have been cool to actually seeing that, but then they write him the 2 for 2 then. And then she mentioned that he was a weird magician with Doctor Strange. I love seeing that, but it is what it is. That's probably a big gripe with cameos and whatnot. But for what we did get, it was actually pretty awesome.
Right.
So, but
that's look,
yeah.
That's what I got.
Yeah, because I don't think I have any. Really,
I want you guys
negatives.
to understand when I say that that's a complaint of mine, that is more of a nitpicky thing. It didn't ruin the movie by any means. It didn't.
No, the story was good. The pacing was good.
The movie,
in fact, I like to rewatch it again. So, the music choice was good.
The CGI maybe had a miss here and there. Not.
Well, I would say from that skeleton Deadpool or the head Deadpool.
No. I'll tell you the one that got me.
Mm-hmm.
CGI-wise, that I hated. Absolutely hated.
Mm-hmm.
So towards the end, when they're going through and they're killing all the other Deadpools.
Right.
There's a scene where they go through the bus, and at the end of the bus, they jump through the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wolverine looked like shit. I don't know who did Wolverine CGI there.
Oh, yeah. But
But where he jumps out the window and he lands.
He lands, and yeah, that was kind of like it was.
Looks like shit.
Looked like 2D. Yeah. For me, it would have been that skeleton Deadpool. Even though people said it was fine, it just looked kind of weird to me. Like how the head Deadpool, where they had a helicopter.
Oh. Yeah.
My bad. I should say skeleton because it's just a skeleton head Deadpool. I didn't like how that looked, but I guess this.
Okay, it didn't bother me.
I didn't really care for it. And then I think that was it.
CGI wise, though, that was it.
That was it. Cause everything else was tight though. No pun intended.
I got you really loud. Hold on.
You got me really loud. Oh,
You're already really loud.
All right, don't do
there
that.
We go. Let's fix that. Sorry for whoever's been watching this whole time.
Man, their ears are blasting.
Also, so that was CGI. Story-wise, the story was really well done. We're talking about stories that I loved everything about it. I loved Wolverine being depicted as the Wolverine that we actually get overall by the time it's all said and done is the quote-unquote worst Wolverine.
Right. And the Wolverine that he was looking for, which that's cool. I like the continuity, and that's the first time we've seen continuity in the X-Men or Fox film in general. Because he tried to say, oh, well, that's our Deadpool was in the same universe as Logan, that Wolverine that died. Right. So that's pretty cool seeing that little part right there.
But yeah, story-wise was good, acting was good, everything was good. I want to talk about things that I did specifically enjoy in the movie. This is where we can start nerding out.
Of course,
just super goofy.
Man, we're gonna start with that NSYNC, that whole beginning scene.
The movie starts off with this NSYNC dance number, where Deadpool is killing a bunch of TVA soldiers, and he's doing the bye dance.
And he is rocking it.
Absolutely.
My thing is though, I wish.
Fantastically.
I'm trying to think. I hope that was all Ryan Reynolds, because I know he got a lot of stunt doubles. I wish they could say that's all Ryan Reynolds. Because if that was all Ryan Reynolds, he was killing that whole entire thing. He was jumping and bye. He was doing the whole dance. He I ain't gonna lie, he started a whole TikTok. I went on TikTok, almost everybody's doing it. Everybody. In movie theaters, which looks cringy as hell, but who cares? Like, they're putting the popcorn down, they're just damn, and people are walking by like, okay.
There's the cameos that we got. Oh my god! So in our theater, so Kat was talking to me because Garner showed up, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Because she was excited for Jennifer Garner showing up. Elektra, for those of you that don't know. And then right after Elektra shows up, like Kat's talking to me and staring at me while she's talking to me. Wesley Snipes walks in.
Out of fucking nowhere.
And I screeched. I went, "What?"
Out of nowhere, he just comes out. Like, that's crazy.
And it wasn't even like that. It was more like, "What?" Like, I said it super, like, almost like Lil Jon, like, loudly. And she looked over and she got excited because everybody loves Snipes'
of course.
Blade. Always.
That will never change.
And then Channing Tatum shows up.
And how he shows up, you just see a card just start spinning. And I was like, nah, we actually got him. It took Disney to actually, here's the thing, Disney really just has the money just to do this. Like, that's crazy. Like, you get Henry Cavill out of nowhere.
Yeah, you get Henry Cavill
out of nowhere
as a cameo of a Wolverine, because everybody was talking at one point like they really wanted Henry Cavill to come in as Wolverine. And so they had a Henry Cavill Wolverine. And
Deadpool even started nerding out. He said, oh, bro, we could do you, like, really good. Well, this is so much better than the people from down the way. That's like, you know what, that's the second time talking about the DC, because he said that shit in Deadpool 2 also with Cable. Oh, man. But like, it's crazy, man. So you get comic book accurate Wolverine, which that's.
But nice. Yeah, so there's a cameo section where, not cameo. It's called a. Those were just cameos that we enjoyed.
Right.
Oh, we're not even done with cameos.
No, we're nowhere near done with cameos. Like, we bust out with fight.
All of a sudden, Deadpool and them end up in whatever the void. The void is.
Right, where Loki was.
Where Loki was in Loki season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the first person they run into is Chris Evans.
Yeah, first we know who he was.
The outfit that he's wearing, if you're being 100% honest with yourself, it looks like it's a Captain America
right,
outfit.
Especially when he pointed, I said, there ain't no motherfucker. There's a shield down there, too.
There's some red and blue in there. Now, with that being said, though, when he shows up, I knew who he was going to be. And I didn't question it.
Yeah,
when he showed up immediately in my mind, I went,
Johnny.
He's Johnny.
Right.
And because even Kat was like, oh, Kat was excited because Captain America was there, but then, like, the kids were excited that Captain America was there.
That's my whole theater. They said they thought it was Cap, but I said, no, he talked about he was going to come back and become Johnny Blaze for a little bit.
I was like, he's a Human Torch in this. I know it. Like, I just know.
Yeah, just...
And so he does the part where they have a conversation. He's like, all right, it's time to say those magic words. And right as Deadpool starts to say Avengers Assemble,
he says,
flame on!
He said, huh? He said, what?
Turns into a big old ball of flames, flies up in the air.
And then Pyro takes all his shit. And then he
takes all his power.
He just drops. He just drops. And it's so funny when he drops, man.
It was really well done.
I thought he died right there. I said, well, I told my friend, I said, well, we had Cap for like 5 seconds. We have at least had Chris Evans for 5 seconds into the movie.
I think it would have been funny to have both versions of Human Torch show up.
Whoa, man, you were in that. I wouldn't even know how. Boy, that would have been interesting. I bet a lot of content. You could tell they wanted to get a lot of cameos, but maybe it was like a time situation too.
Right.
Sometimes time, sometimes money, because maybe he wanted, and people probably ask him, "Did you ever want to go and do?" And they probably say like, "Well, they always say we'll see, whatever," but like they gotta wait to their agents and and money and all that, but. The contract probably fell right through, and that's when they said no. But it would have been nice to actually see both Human Torches. You're the Human Torch? Yeah, I'm the Human Torch. So they do the whole Spider-Man thing, like, yeah, we're both Human Torches here. That would have been nice to see that. And then I give Hugh Jackman in his cameo. The whole suit, the whole entire suit. Even when Devil said...
This ain't a cameo. He's a co-star.
I know, but that is...
Cameos are people
that's the best cameo ever. Especially when he finally put that bitch fully on. I'm like, he cameoed himself. How you co-star cameo yourself? But that's crazy. He went like... I'm like, did he put the mask on? He put that mask on. I didn't think he was going to ever put it on.
Now, so there's a montage section where... Deadpool starts to go around looking for a Wolverine. Because he's trying to save his universe. He needs a new Wolverine because obviously the Wolverine in the X-Men universe, Fox universe, died in Logan.
He even said, "What the shit?"
Which is weird to consider that they're in the same universe, and I'll tell you
That's
why.
why I told you, like, that's crazy. You said it's weird. I think that's interesting. Like, I didn't...
Here's why that concern... Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I feel like a lot of Logan was depicted as an almost post-apocalyptic world.
Right, like a solo movie on its own.
Well, like there's no civilization.
Right.
Is what it feels like when you're watching it.
Right. But here you
But
got
then
Deadpool.
all of a sudden, Deadpool, it's all perfectly fine other than the fact that,
Right.
like...
He's gone.
Because if you think about it in Deadpool 2, when he goes to the mansion, he cracks a joke about there never being enough money in the budget to get other X-Men in the movie.
Right. And they do the
But
whole
they're all
thing,
dead.
But they're all dead. See, and that's where the continuity kind of really fucks up a little bit there, because it's like, if you're trying to go get this Logan, and if this Logan and Deadpool are in the same universe, yeah, like they should be already gone. But
Right.
I guess that's what Fox was trying to do.
The two of them, by the way, and I'm saying this just randomly because it's something that I was reading yesterday. This has nothing to do with the movie directly. Both Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman want to do a movie with Tom Holland.
That'd be fun.
So they're insinuating they want a Deadpool Wolverine Spider-Man movie.
I would be there.
All of a sudden, you're mixing up the MCU, the Fox universe, and the Sony universe.
Yep. I would be there, 100%.
And I'd be there for it.
I would probably be there.
I wonder if they'd let him cuss.
Oh, man. Because I heard Tom Holland cuss before.
I've heard him cuss.
It's funny. No, when he curses, it's funny. What the shit? Whoa, shit, dude. What the fuck? Like, yo, he sounds like a kid when he curses. Yeah, he's like
he sounds
25.
like a kid anyways.
He's like 25, almost 30.
Right.
That's horrible. That's horrible. That's horrible.
No, but anyways, that was just a weird thing that I had read about.
Watching Chris Evans cuss is awesome, though, too. Just, that is just chef's kiss, man. Because he I know he don't curse, but he cursed, man.
There's this part where Deadpool is telling telling Professor Xavier's sister. I can't remember what her name is.
Casanova Cassette, one of the two.
I don't remember what it is, but he's telling her that Human Torch was talking shit, and goes on this long spree of just really fucked up
stepping
things,
on your fucking grave or something.
Like talking about, she thinks she can do that. She can lick my cinnamon ring.
Cinnamon ring. And he's like, no, I didn't. I never said any of that. I said, oh my god.
And the post-credit scene is Deadpool walking back into the room and going, I know I heard him say that.
Right, I know I heard him say that.
Let's find out. And he pushes the button
and
then
you see him stand there and click. All right, cool. Now go with what you're saying. Which goes to show you how do you know he didn't rewrite that, though? Oh, no, that's the thing. How do you know Deadpool didn't rewrite that?
It was amazing.
To make him saying that, though.
It was amazing.
Golly, that is crazy.
And then he got his skin stripped off.
I left that. That was funny as fuck. Him getting his skin ripped off was funny. Everybody was like, oh, no. I was like, yo, that's funny.
I loved the main villain always, like, putting her hands through people's heads.
That was creepy. That was some horror movie shit right there.
And then she would, like, towards the end, the guy that was trying to destroy all the universes, like, she had him by the head and was dragging him. Yeah, she
was dragging him through his head. She said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to fix this machine together. Because he was trying to go, like, it was like a time riff or time warp something.
And then the very end, dude, had me rolling. So Wolverine and Deadpool have to go hold on to this electric thing together.
Right.
And they try to make it seem like they died during this. And so the next part, the TVA shows up to talk to the guy that was in charge of that area.
Right, that little area.
And he's like, those men went down there and they died
and they were my
save
friends.
Everybody's life, and they were my friends. And and as soon as they walked through the door, he goes, fuck!
He said, fuck! He said, we ain't dead, broski. Nah. And then you got... what made it funny, though, it's just... like Wolverine, and then you see Deadpool staring back at the abs like, bro, so you ain't missing no workout. He went, okay. Because why the shirt had to get, like I feel like that didn't have to happen.
What made it even better was when they come back in after the guy is like lying to try and pretend like
he's walking off like
he walks in with his shirt off and looking abbed up.
All sweaty, abbed up.
Deadpool grabs his jacket.
Put your breasts back together.
No. He said, Put your sexy self there. He said, cover your sexy self up. No one wants to see that mess.
Right. Or I thought he said sexy breast or something because and then here you go. And everybody was staring. They said, oh my God. Even the guy was staring.
Well, that guy was already obsessed
Yeah, he was obsessed with Deadpool because he was like, I'm going to land off like that. He said, nope.
I loved this movie so much, and I want you guys to understand. I either have it as my first favorite Deadpool movie or tied for my first favorite Deadpool movie with 1. I definitely think 1 and Wolverine are better than 2. I don't dislike 2. I like 2.
2 was cool. I don't think it was better than this third one.
First, and it's definitely not better than this
third one. That's because Disney money was involved in that third one.
And this is proof of what Disney money can do for a franchise. Now, here's the thing. Did Deadpool ever really, truly need Disney money?
No.
Because it makes millions. As a matter of fact, it makes so much. Deadpool itself is a movie. The last 2 Deadpool movies made so much for Fox. I'm still surprised Fox sold out. Like, sold to Disney. I just am.
Well, because while the Deadpool was making money, really, you could say their funds dried up on the X-Men. And that's where it kind of failed. Like, you can't really push too much with Wolverine and Deadpool, because eventually they're going to start getting old, even though he said 90 years.
I love...
I'm just saying, that's probably why, man. Like, they were bombing so hard on movies that should have been not bombing in.
I loved everything that they'd done. I loved the history of how this all happened.
Because at the end credits, you start seeing, literally...
I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about just for this specific movie.
Oh, for Deadpool? Okay, yeah.
Like, if you look at the history of this, so, like... Ryan Reynolds plays Deadpool in a shitty fucking Wolverine movie.
And he said he wanted to play it. He said he wouldn't mind playing this character.
And he loves the character of Deadpool. Because his humor is very much Deadpool. Like, he is Deadpool.
Oh, yeah.
There's never going to be anyone that's ever going to play this character ever again that's going to come close to Ryan Reynolds and his depiction of Deadpool. There's just not.
They could try, but no.
But, so he plays the shitty version of it. He goes on, does his own...
Well, because I know that because first Deadpool, at first the executives didn't want anything to do with that first movie. In fact, Ryan Reynolds had to put in his own money for that first one.
Well, it wasn't even just that.
Like, because they didn't want to touch it.
He put together a pilot for the movie.
Yep.
That he personally funded.
Yep.
They put it together, and they leaked it onto the internet. Yeah. They didn't say where it came from.
Right.
It was just like, here's some Deadpool footage, and it blew the fuck up. Right. And people wanted it.
Because 20th Century Fox just... I don't know why they weren't fucking with it. I think that's crazy.
Because it wasn't X-Men. They didn't think anyone other than the X-Men were viable. Because
that's horrible.
Because everything that they had done with Fantastic Four bombed. Everything that they had done with fucking...
look at they bombed.
Daredevil and Elektra bombed.
Yeah, and that's...
And the only things that were hidden for them were X-Men movies. So no, they didn't want to do.
They didn't want to touch it.
And
then Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, he was doing his own shit too.
Wolverine was doing his thing.
But that's the thing, like that's...
Everyone loved it so much, Fox finally agreed to do the first Deadpool movie.
And see where it goes. And it blew the fuck up. It was probably one of the biggest selling superhero movies of that time. But it's because of Ryan Reynolds and everything that he's done. If you had replaced him, we would never have probably seen it.
So then...
It had to be because of him.
They do part 2.
Mm-hmm. And then that...
And it does well.
Right. Like, very well.
Everyone loved it. But Fox gets bought out. And all of a sudden, people are worried. Like, well, what's going to happen with Deadpool?
Right,
we love Deadpool.
Is it going to be PG-13? And then Kevin Feige said, no. What the fuck? No.
But not only do they agree to do another Deadpool, once Fox had gotten bought out, by that time, if you remember, there was an interview where Hugh Jackman had said, I will never play Wolverine again unless it's in the MCU.
It's in the MCU. Because we've been...
And that interview was before...
the buyout.
The buyout.
Because we've been wanting Hugh Jackman to be in the MCU as Wolverine.
And right there, that left the door open.
Right.
It gets bought, and all of a sudden, Marvel's like, hey.
Right.
Let's do this Deadpool Wolverine movie. Let's get Hugh
Disney
Jackman
coming in, the mouse coming in like, hey, you want to come on in?
Right. And of course Hugh Jackman was like, hell yeah.
What the fuck? And then we got that first small, 30-second thing, him sitting there. He said, yo, Hugh Jackman ready for do Deadpool? He walking upstairs and shit like, yep.
Yeah, I got this.
Yep, I got this.
So, like, that happening, and then all of the stories of, like, Channing Tatum wanting to, how many years wanted to play Gambit,
man.
But just for scheduling reasons or whatever.
And they canceled
or
it.
Or getting
Boom.
canceled. It never happened.
Never
and finally,
happened. And
he
finally
gets to come
see
in
it.
and play Gambit. And does.
One hell of a good job, actually.
Can we have him in the MCU, please? As Gambit?
And he does it. So start talking. I'm gonna blast you. Like, oh my god. And you
Like,
see his eyes start turning.
I don't want to see anybody else play him
because he's really.
He
said good shit. He played the whole thing. I'm like,
he killed it. I don't.
He's actually, and he's good at it. But this is what we could have gotten if Fox was not. If Fox would just have done it. If Fox would have just done it, man. If they just would have done it,
and they're not bad at casting either. Because if you look back at the first group of X-Men, everyone that played their roles were great.
Yeah,
you could have honestly. There would have been nobody else at that time that would have ever even been considered for Professor X other than Patrick Stewart. He, like most of us that grew up watching Star Trek: The Next Generation,
of course,
and we were X-Men fans. We're like, man, it'd be cool to see him as Professor X one day in a movie.
Of course,
like he is. That is Professor X. That's Professor X.
There was
never going to be anyone at that time,
or even Ian McKellen playing Magneto. Like
Ian McKellen,
he looked just like
playing Magneto.
Well, that was
fantastic choice.
You
had what's her face that played Storm?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry.
Okay, bro, and I didn't think he was gonna get her because I think she just won an Oscar during that time. So I was like, damn, okay.
She comes in and kills it as Storm.
Whoa.
As much as I hate him as a character,
Cyclops
actually was. The dude that played Cyclops did an amazing job.
Not bad.
I definitely prefer the second round of Jean Grey over the first one.
Okay.
As far as just overall role.
Okay.
But I still think for the time she did a fantastic job as Jean Grey.
Right.
I had no.
This really was a decent cast. Even almost than a perfect cast.
To be honest, I can even say the same thing for First Class as a group.
Yeah, then they
most of their cast
First Class perfect. Spot on, very spot on. To get James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender.
And I didn't mean to leave out Kelsey Grammer as
Beast.
Beast. Yeah,
Beast or the chick who played Mystique. Like they all played their role perfectly.
So Fox has always done with the X-Men a great job at casting, always.
Right.
Even with the New Mutants, the people that they got to play all the New Mutants
played that role. Even though people didn't really fuck with the New Mutants still had a perfect good casting for who they all picked.
Dude, I'm telling you now, the lady that played Magic, I wish she'd have shown up in this movie.
Bro, probably lost it.
I'd have lost my shit. I still think.
And she still had the metal armor, the pet dragon. Well, I would have lost it.
It'd have been some good shit. Now, so that's going to bring us to our last bit here, Ralph.
We didn't mention all the fight scenes between Deadpool and Wolverine.
You ain't even got. Oh my god, dude, the fight scene.
Like the very first thing, he said, "Grab your special sock," and you've been wanting this for 20 years, and he went right into it. Like, all right, let's go.
My favorite fight is the one in the car.
Oh man, because Hugh Jackman is doing really Oscar performance. He's like, "You would never go out. I wish you would die. You get your girlfriend." Like,
he goes off. He's like, "I'm gonna punch you in the face."
He said, "Oh yeah, really? Bow." And then he started running with the seatbelt.
What?
Wham! They were fighting. They destroyed that whole Honda. And then you had good Deadpool. Deadpool was there too. He said, "You're gonna make it." Bow, head gone. Like that's it. But now them fight scenes were perfect.
I guess the fight scenes weren't even so. The fight scenes are usually pretty legendary in all the Deadpool movies.
Yeah.
Like if you think about the first Deadpool movie specifically. The fight scene on the bridge where he ends up shooting those 4 people with 1 bullet.
Yep. He was telling, let's count them down. He only got 64 bullets.
And I feel like again, the beginning of this movie where Deadpool is fighting the TVA right before he fights the TVA.
He does like that thing he did in Deadpool 1.
They go, put down your weapons.
Right.
He goes, okay, I'm not going to put down my weapons, but I promise not to kill you with them. And he looks over at the metal skeleton of
adamantium or
adamantium. The adamantium skeleton.
He's just staring at okay.
And he's like, I'm going to use you.
I'm going to use you.
And he starts using pieces of the body and just starts taking TVA soldiers out, dude.
While playing NSYNC, bang, 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 bang. He's doing it. He kissed one. I'm like, hell nah, he didn't.
It was epic.
Right,
Like,
yeah,
how
but-
do you people come up with this?
That's
It was amazing.
And Ryan Reynolds is the producer and the writer to this shit. That's why I said, nah, it's gonna be. It will probably never be like Ryan Reynolds Deadpool ever again, and that's why I need him in more Marvel shit. To be honest,
Ryan Reynolds will be Deadpool.
no, I mean like once this is all over, because he said like he ain't playing nothing else. He said this is it, so he gonna retire as Deadpool. So.
Oh.
No, I know. I'm not saying. Look, we're gonna be seeing this. We're like 90 out here. Let's keep it going. He said, "Not, hey yo." I feel like that was a hit right there. He said 90. He kept repeating that over and over to him.
All right, Ralph. What are you giving it?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
I am giving
Fuck
it a 9.
I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm not gave a lot of shit a 10. It's been a while.
The reason I am giving it a 9 is there are a few things I wish that would have been in it that weren't in it. And
That's fine.
And while I don't think that it ruined it, a few of the CGI moments did kind of pull away from. With that being said, though, I cannot, in good faith, give it a 10.
That's fine.
When I do think that there is a better Deadpool movie.
Okay. That is completely fine.
But it's a 9. So I
no,
mean,
no. It says that's a 10, like 2 with 10, shouldn't it? Still, or no?
What that does is that does still round it up to 10.
Right.
And we have our 4th ever.
How many movies up there? You said 4? What's all up there?
4th ever 10 ranked Marvel movie.
See, get back to that. And
Our first one was Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
Our second one was Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, I picked these. Yes, I did.
Our third one was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Amen.
And then Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yes. See, and somebody said, is Marvel back? Not necessarily.
No.
You get me with that Captain America, then we might be cooking. We might. I say that's a big might.
Here's the thing. I don't think we can say Marvel is back. I don't think they ever left. Is my problem.
Okay.
I just feel like they started doing what they started off in the MCU doing, and is focusing on people didn't really know much about.
Right. And then
But the problem is, people had already grown and fallen in love with the characters they had originally built. And then once they started working on new characters, people were like, yeah, but all these old, they're dead.
They're dead. And now, but I'm saying, with this situation we got right here, like with that Brave New World, bro, and you bringing it back to that Captain America Winter Soldier type shit, oh, you got it. I'm hooked on it day one.
Brave New World looks dope. Dude, did you see that part where fucking, the old man flips the fucking table?
Oh, that was all Isaac. Isaac lost his fucking mind. Isaiah lost his mind.
Loses his fucking mind.
Bro, because I was telling a coworker, he said that wasn't Isaiah from the Winter. Yes, it was. He lost his shit. Because I told another coworker, I said, remember, the book is still in government hands. So they read that book. So I didn't think you would have Winter Soldier DNA into that secret serum DNA. But it goes to show you, he talked about it. He said they did stuff to me. The Nazis did stuff or whatever. So maybe he, instead of falling under the Captain America, he fell under that other serum, which is the Winter Soldier type serum. Because when they tell that story,
But here's the thing: I don't necessarily think that he was fighting against Shield there, or against the government.
Oh,
I think he might have been defending himself.
Really?
So the government always tries to shut down what they don't want getting out.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you look at that trailer, like you said, let's make Captain America a thing. And I said, bro, we have failed that. Did we already fail that with John? Like, what are we talking about right now?
So I don't, judging just from what I've seen from the trailer, I don't think he went in, got mad, and just started throwing shit.
No, there had to have been a reason for him to just lose his shit right there.
Somebody
because he got
like
up,
trying to capture him or silence him or something.
I'm hoping. It's either going to be like that Winter Soldier, or like you said, he may have saw something because he's looking this way when he got up, and that day he said, "Fuck it, I gotta go." And they're like, but then he started taking pop shots at Harrison.
We shall have to see. But if you remember, what the fuck is his name? General Ross. General Ross isn't a good person.
He's never been a good Ross.
He's never been a good person.
We were in the comics. No. Even the old Hulk, he's never been a.
No, he becomes the Red Hulk. He is a bad guy.
Right. So, and then I see like a funeral, and I said, I think that's what's gonna happen. They might have killed Isaiah.
I hope not.
They probably kill him.
That'd be enough to piss fucking Falcon off. Oh, he'd be so pissed.
Because we just had a memorable moment, like, praising this dude at the end. But that'd be one hell of a good character development, I'll tell you. But, like I said, I give Deadpool Wolverine 10. We shall see. But people said, like I said, Marvel never really left. But this can be the new touch of bringing in, like, if you can bring us with this, like a Brave New World, like, bro, you're in it.
Yep.
You're back to giving my money again. And if Fantastic Four is good, that comes out, what, July? Like I said, July? Oh, I'm in it. Let me see what that teaser and trailer look like. Shit, I guess we're going back to the movies again. Fuck it.
And I'm curious what Agatha is going to do.
That might be good. Oh, that looks like it's going to be good.
I just don't know where that specifically is going to lead. So, like, everything
It
else...
has to lead back. They're supposed to lead back to that Scarlet Witch. It's supposed to be lead back, or Scarlet Berry of a Scarlet Witch, I guess.
Right. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so it ends up at a 10. It is the 4th S-ranked movie that we've had.
4S ranked.
It has been a long time.
It's just had
about a year. A little over a year.
Ranked movie.
Since our last.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was just...
really good.
Man.
It is my favorite of the 3 Guardians movies.
Yeah. Cause,
overwhelmingly my favorite, because I don't even like the first movie.
Because two we lost Yondu, but then that third one, that died. I thought... And it really gave that tension of thinking like, well, shit, I thought we were going to lose Rocky. Even though people said we weren't. Bro, the way how they set it up, you didn't think... They really were pushing that level of like, we might...
Right. Alright, so that is going to do it for this episode.
Can't wait for the next one we talk about. Yay!
We're watching next week, you guys. We've already watched it. We're about to record the episode
we're not.
for that.
We're going
home. We are reviewing Rising Secret Warriors.
Boy, that don't even sound right.
It is a Marvel animated movie.
Oh, man.
That you'll see our opinions on it when we talk about it next week.
Look. He ready. Yo. Hey, this movie was butts.
B-U-T-T-Z.
No, he gonna give it a 10. That's gonna be our 5th movie. Like, look. He gets a 10. Look, 10 out of 10. He'll be like, yeah, what? Hey, yo.
But yeah, so we'll see you guys next week.
Excelsior. See you next week, people. Go watch Deadpool. It's awesome.